Where are they now? The cast of Beetlejuice. It's showtime. We meet again for another edition of Where Are They Now, where we discuss the biggest movies that come out of Hollywood and the cast that made them so special. Today we're looking into Tim Burton's 1988 classic dark comedy, Beetlejuice. Number 8, Robert Goulet, Beetlejuice's afterlife caseworker. Robert Goulet, who had a brief but memorable role as Maxie Dean in Beetlejuice, was a renowned singer and actor.
With a voice as big as the sea.
Although he did quite well in his movie roles, many people best know him for his beautiful voice and his memorable songs. Goulet's career spanned several decades, and he became a big star because of his work in musical theater and his smooth baritone voice. He gained fame as a popular vocalist in the 1960s and 1970s. With a smooth baritone voice that won him numerous awards and accolades. His career in music included recordings of classic standards and Broadway hits. Goulet also appeared in various television shows and films throughout his career, including roles in The Love Boat, Dynasty, and Hawaii Five-0.
Chin, get over to Mary Dalton's apartment and pick up Dr. Fowler. Bring him to the Kahala Mall. I may need him there.
His performance in Beetlejuice added a comedic touch to his diverse career. Goulet continued to perform until his death in 2007, leaving behind a long legacy in both music and acting. Number 7, Sylvia Sydney, Juno.
Will you guys shut up and leave me alone? I've got all this paperwork to do.
Sylvia Sydney, who played the cantankerous afterlife caseworker Juno, was a legendary actress with a career that spanned many decades. Her role in Beetlejuice was a departure from the more dramatic roles she was known for. Sydney's career began in the 1930s. She was a prominent figure in Hollywood with roles in films like Street Scene and Saboteur.
You do it for me. Come on, show 'em, will you?
Yep. Sydney's distinctive voice and strong screen presence made her a memorable actress for all of her career. After Beetlejuice, Sydney continued to work in film and television, though her appearances became less frequent. Her most notable role after Beetlejuice came when she worked with Tim Burton again for his sci-fi comedy Mars Attacks. She passed away in 1999 and left behind many contributions to film history. Today, she's remembered as one of the great actresses of her time. Number 6, Jeffrey Jones, Charles Dietz.
I'm here to relax and clip coupons. And damn it, I mean to do it.
Then go do it quietly, dear, and let oath when I think.
Jeffrey Jones, who played Charles Dietz, the father of Lydia and husband to Delia, had a varied career before and after Beetlejuice. Fans of 1980s pop culture were well acquainted with Jones because of his numerous major roles during that decade. He was best known for his roles in films like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Amadeus.
What is this? I don't understand. Is it modern?
Unfortunately, Jones' career faced difficulties in the 2000s due to legal troubles, which essentially canceled his career and led to his exit from Hollywood. Despite these issues, Jones' role in Beetlejuice remains a memorable part of his career. His portrayal of the businessman Charles Dietz was both humorous and sympathetic, creating the most likable and relatable character in the movie. Number 5, Katherine OHara, Delia Dietz.
A little gasoline, blowtorch, no problem.
In Beetlejuice, Katherine OHara played the eccentric and self-absorbed Delia Dietz, the mother of Lydia and the wife of Charles. As she does with all of her performances, brought a unique comedic flair to the film. Her work in the movie was a standout, and O'Hara's career continued to flourish after Beetlejuice. Years before, she became a beloved figure in comedy, known for her work on SCTV and other sketch comedy. Following Beetlejuice, she continued to turn in very successful, hilarious, and heartwarming performances in films such as Home Alone and Best in Show, among many others.
Jerry, my husband. This is Malcolm.
Hi. Malcolm, what's shaking?
Yeah, not much, Gary. How are you?
More recently, O'Hara gained widespread acclaim for her role as Maria Rose in the critically acclaimed series Schitt's Creek. Her portrayal of the former soap opera star earned her several awards, including a Primetime Emmy Award. O'Hara's distinctive voice and comedic timing have cemented her status as a comedy legend. From Home Alone to Beetlejuice, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and more, O'Hara's career has featured multiple major hits and comedy classics. Number 4, Gina Davis, Barbara Maitland.
There's that. And there's that.
Gina Davis, who played Barbara Maitland, enjoyed considerable success following the major release and success of Beetlejuice. Her work as the quirky afterlife-dwelling housewife was well received by fans and critics, and Davis continued to build on that momentum with notable roles in films such as Thelma and Louise and A League of Their Own. In addition to her successful film career, Davis ventured into television with Commander-in-Chief, where she played the first female president of the United States.
Listen, I am your husband, and if I can't speak to you...
You're my husband. That's the problem. It's always been the problem.
Her performance on that hit series earned Davis a Golden Globe Award. Davis has also been a passionate advocate for gender equality in media and founded the Gina Davis Institute on Gender in Media to address the underrepresentation of women and girls in media. She doesn't act as much as she used to, but Gina Davis is still a household name and is beloved by fans of 1980s and 90s cinema. Number 3, Alec Baldwin. Adam Maitland.
You'll have to wait if you don't have an appointment.
An appointment with who?
For Juno, your caseworker.
Alec Baldwin, who played the kind and somewhat hapless Adam Maitland, was already an established actor and heartthrob by the time he appeared in Beetlejuice. After his work in the film, Baldwin continued to build a distinguished career in both film and television, and touching upon a number of genres and styles. He starred in a variety of films, including The Hunt for Red October and Glengarry Glen Ross. Baldwin's career in film continued into the 2000s with roles in movies like The Cooler, for which he received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Baldwin's most notable and enduring role came years later on television. From 2006 to 2013, he starred as Jack Donaghy on the smash comedy 30 Rock, a role that earned him numerous accolades.
I'm Jack Donaghy, new VP of Development for NBC GE Universal Kmart.
We own Kmart now.
No.
Cast him back into the limelight and made him a comedy icon. He also won multiple Emmy Awards for his work on the Tina Fey series. In addition to his work on 30 Rock, Baldwin became known for his sharp wit and his portrayal of Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live, which garnered significant attention and praise. Baldwin's career has been marked by a combination of dramatic and comedic roles, and he continues to be a prominent figure in Hollywood. Lately, he's been in the headlines for negative reasons, with criminal charges filed against him following an accidental death on the set of a canceled film project. But the case against Baldwin was thrown out, and now he's focusing on returning to his work in both movies and TV. Number 2, Winona Ryder, Lydia Dietz.
I am utterly alone.
The second biggest role in the film was Lydia Dietz, the young disillusionist goth girl who becomes the target of Beetlejuice's obsessions. This role was given to Winona Ryder, who was relatively unknown before Tim Burton put her in the film. However, despite her lack of experience before the movie, the role catapulted her into stardom. After it came out and became one of the biggest hits of the year, Ryder turned into one of the most prominent actresses of the late 80s and 90s. She starred in a series of successful films, including Heathers, Edward Scissorhands, and Little Women, which earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Ryder's career faced a setback in the early 2000s due to a high-profile shoplifting scandal, but she returned to Hollywood after that and popped up in a few films and minor roles in Star Trek and Black Swan. Then Ryder made a major comeback with her role in the critically acclaimed Netflix series Stranger Things. Her portrayal of Joyce Byers in the 80s set sci-fi show earned her praise and reaffirmed her status as a talented actress.
I just feel bad. I don't even barely know what's going on with you. I am sorry.
Today, she's enjoying more success than she has in ages, thanks to the massive success of Stranger Things. Despite the ups and downs, Ryder's performance in Beetlejuice remains a highlight of her career. She remains working today and is still well regarded for her kooky attitude, her youthful looks, and her one-of-a-kind style. Number 1, Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice.
Not so fast, brown boy. We're gonna have some laughs.
Beetlejuice wouldn't have been the runaway hit if it wasn't for the central performance. When Tim Burton was putting the film together, he knew that he had to rely on a talented, hilarious, and memorable comedic actor who would turn in a role that wouldn't soon be forgotten. Therefore, he knew he needed Michael Keaton. Keaton played the titular character Beetlejuice and delivered an unforgettable performance that made the film a cult classic. Even after 3 decades, Keaton's work as Beetlejuice is still considered one of the best comedic performances of the 1980s, and perhaps all time. Following the wild success of Beetlejuice, Keaton's career took off even more than he was able to showcase his versatility as an actor, turning from comedy to drama and then back to comedy several times. To the surprise of many, Keaton starred in Batman just a year later. While his casting was first met with controversy, he went on to give a great performance and is regarded as the best film Batman of all time. He reunited with director Tim Burton for Batman Returns a few years later, but moved on to other projects after that. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Keaton's work became less frequent as he took a hiatus from acting and only appeared in smaller, less successful projects. But he made a massive comeback in the 2010s when he returned in a big way with a dramatic turn in critically acclaimed Birdman and Spotlight.
Shitty written review. You shoved that right the fuck up your wrinkly tight ass.
Both of which earned him critical acclaim and numerous awards. Keaton's role in Birdman was particularly notable. He played a washed-up actor trying to reclaim his former glory, a role that seemed almost autobiographical given his long hiatus from leading roles. The film was a critical and commercial success, and Keaton's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Despite his busy career, Keaton has occasionally referenced Beetlejuice in interviews, calling it a highlight of his work and something he's still very proud of all these years later. Beetlejuice was easily one of the biggest movies in the 1980s, but still holds a special place in the hearts of movie fans decades later. It has aged incredibly well and still has a loyal following. Therefore, it's not surprising that the film's sequel, Beetlejuice, is one of the most anticipated movies of 2024.